Yeah, well, I think we've seen some progress in our game. I really liked the first period on Saturday. To me, it's kind of what we're going to focus on this week. That's how it should look. We want to try and do that as consistently as we can for as much of the 60 minutes as we can. When things drop off, we want to get it back on track. When things are going well, we want to ride the wave, and so we're going to show them a lot of that first period in small doses, and then we're going to talk about the things we did all week, what's going to make the game easier, so we can have the puck and be in the offensive zone.
What have you noticed that you can tell us about that period that really clicked, or things that you can kind of bottle up?
Well, just the pressure. I mean, we really went after the puck. We had all the guys on the ice aggressive and good sticks and being physical and causing Iowa to have to get rid of it. And then when they get rid of it, that's our chance to attack. And I think we did a lot of good stuff. We created a lot of shots. We didn't give up much. And I think we deserve better. But I think we can also get more out of that play. We can do more with it. So we're going to keep talking about it.
Conversely, what do you take away from Sunday, where it seemed like you were chasing them most of the game, and then kind of finally had a better third period?
Yeah, I think the big problem with that game, we just couldn't get any flow, couldn't get any momentum. Seemed like we finally put 2 or 3 good shifts together, and then there's a penalty or a commercial timeout or whatever it may be, and you could just feel the frustration in the group. So it's just one of those games. I think we can be better, certainly. We got to find a way to turn momentum in those moments and not wait. We just took too long, right? It took us too long to get going. So. But it's not the end of the world. I don't think we're bad. We just weren't where we want to be.
I hate to drop this on you, but is there any players that have stood out in the first week, whether it be surprising or done anything that have kind of made you talk about them in the locker room with the coaches?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a lot of guys who've done well. I think our first year pros, I think are. They've done a good job of adapting to the league. I feel like we can play everyone, which is nice. I think a guy like Highmore has really been good. It is his first year pro, and he's really both sides of the puck been a factor. I think Luke Johnson has been really good. Eric Gustafson, I think is. We're trying to be aggressive, and we're maybe putting them in situations they're not used to playing in, and I think they're handling it well. It's not perfect right now, but it's going to get better.
Is that the key to getting young guys ready for pro hockey? Just kind of throwing them right in there, you ease them in, or is it just depend on the player?
Well, they're going to get what they earn. I think we're asking them to do certain things, and as long as they show the intention to do it, then they're going to get a chance. It's not a perfect game. There's going to be mistakes. We just want to see them try to do the right things, and I think we're getting that. So then they continue to get opportunity.
I want to ask you about Victor, the big guy early on. When you got here, I don't know, did you know much about him, and what have you seen? Everybody talks about how he's finally healthy or coming into the year healthy. I'm assuming you've gotten to see the real Victor Svedberg, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know him before. Obviously, I watched some games last year to get a bit of a feel for the guys who are coming back. And he's another guy. We're asking him to be up. We're asking him to have play with a tight gap and be aggressive, and it's maybe not what he's used to doing. But I really like the intention to try and do it, and it's going to pay off in his game. I think he's done a good job so far. He's only going to get better.
Does he have some areas that he needs to work on? What do you really push him with?
Of course, if you had it all figured out, you wouldn't be in this league, right? So Yeah, it's just trying to put himself in a position where he can use his size and his reach are special, obviously, and I think he can be really really tough defending lines and not allowing teams to enter the zone off the rush. So that's one thing we really think he can do for us.
There's not a lot of guys that size in the NHL. What is the key to using that size and being able to take advantage of it?
I just think we want all our guys, all our D. We're asking them to be up. That's what they're going to be asked to.
When you say that, what do you mean?
Like tight to the opponent. We don't want a large gap between the puck carrier and in our defense, and that's what they're going to be asked to do in Chicago. And again, might be uncomfortable for them. They maybe have been able to get by playing another way before, but if they want to play in the NHL, that's the way they got to play.
So you're working on certain things for this week. Anything standing out as far as your first game?
I think we talked today about just we're going to continue to talk about playing at a high pace. We want to push, and with that, you want to be able to execute at a high pace. And I think we're asking these guys to practice fast, and it's again sometimes it's uncomfortable and they're not used to it, but pretty soon they're going to feel comfortable. So we're really pushing it. There's not much rest out there. We're only out there for 55, 60 minutes, but it's enough.
Played only 3 games so far. Are you getting a sense of what some of the other opponents are like at this point, or is it kind of take a few weeks?
Just the guys we've seen, just the teams we've seen. And we pre-scout a little bit, so we've seen a couple other groups. It's going to be a month probably before we get a real good feel for, mostly our division. We might not see any teams, in our conference anyway till January. So we'll kind of, the division is what we're most worried about.
This group have a personality? Can you kind of wrap a whole? Sometimes groups will take on a personality after a while. Does it have an identity this early on, you think, or is that going to?
I think they're working on it. I think it seems like they like being with each other, which is real positive. We want that. Helps to play the level you need to when you like being together. Want to have fun, willing to work. So it's a good start.